Well, hello, everybody. If you can just give me hello to let me know that you're on the channel. So this is my first live today, and I'd like to welcome whoever is on. It looks like we have Carol and also Fiona, otherwise known as Fifi. I'm wondering if anyone else is going to join us today. Okay, there's an echo. We had a problem with that the other day, didn't we, Carol? That's strange because it was working okay the other day. I'm wondering if there's two. Okay, let me just turn one of these off. Is that better? There seems to be two audios that are working. Okay, we're just going to wait for some answers so that I can see what's happening. And thank you, Fiona, for your wonderful testimony. My channel trailer for YouTube. It was lovely. It's a little bit strange, isn't it? Okay, let me turn one more of these off. It looks like it's picking up the sound on the webcam as well as my microphone. How is that volume now? Okay, because this is the first test, we're still working through ironing out some of the kinks. Thank you, Fifi. That is lovely that we're able to get to the bottom of some of your issues as well. So that's working well now. Wonderful. So what that is I've had the webcam audio on and as well as my microphone. So I'm not sure why my webcam's picking up the microphone as well. It doesn't normally do that. So it might be one of the settings I need to have a look at. Awesome. So Carol, want to thank you for doing a little bit of moderating there for us. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Carol, would you like me to check in with anybody that's passed away for you? And Fifi, would you like that as well, considering you're the only two that are on tonight? Wonderful. Okay. Fifi, when we did your reading, we didn't have enough time to go through your passed over loved ones, and that's why I invited you to the channel, because I figured that you could get that for free. So let's do that. If there's somebody that you'd like to connect with, I just need their first and last name, and of course I just need an open will from you, like I explained to you the other day. Wonderful. Carol, how is the sound wrong? Let me have a little look at the settings. How does this sound now? I've turned one off and the other one on. Diana McIntosh, okay. I'll come back to you in a minute, Fifi, when we get this sound sorted. Right. So it's good now, Carol? If you can just please confirm that. So I've actually turned the microphone off the webcam and put my big microphone as my major microphone and turn the other one off. Awesome. Okay, let's jump into, Carol, did you want to have a reading as well, doll? Happy to do one for you. Awesome. Okay, let's get into Fiona, or Fifi, who would like to get in contact with Diana McIntosh. So, okay, just pause for a minute and I'll just connect in, get some white light around us. I do look away while I'm reading so that I can tune in and not focus on what's being said and what I look like on camera either. So, Diana McIntosh. Okay, so I've got a lady here that feels quite strong-minded. When I say strong-minded, she knew herself and knew who she was, where she was going, but I also feel like she had a very good heart as well, Fiona. I am getting either a mother or sisterly sort of feeling with this lady. And she wants to tell you that she's giving you a little bit of support at the moment in regards to your health as well. So I do feel a lady that was quite overweight before she's passed as well, and then losing a little bit of weight before she's passed. So I've got this lady in wanting to share some information with you. So is this your mother, Fiona? Okay. I'm not sure where you got your height from, if that is your mum, because I feel that she's not overly tall like you. So I've actually got two ladies here for you. So I've got one lady that's got darker hair, and then I've got another lady that is a bit shorter, and she's sort of got grey hair, quite silver, not really silver, but it's like dark bits and silver bits as well, and quite short. So I feel that the shorter lady out of the two of them are also, so is this your mother that's passed away, darling? Your natural mother? Or is this your adopted mother? So there's definitely two ladies here, and I feel one's tall, a bit taller than the other. The other one's sort of quite short, probably 5'2", 155 centimetres-ish, and the other one's sort of probably 5'10", not sure what that is in centimetres. And I feel one's got a very strong mind and the other one's quite a happy, easygoing lady as well. Which one did you want to? Yeah, okay. So your mum was never overweight but great-hearted, and is that the lady that's sort of quite? She feels sort of quite an easygoing, happy-go-lucky, a nice-natured lady. And the other one I've got here, I'm not sure who this is. The dark-haired lady feels like she was very structured in what she did. Does that make sense to you? She's very kind-natured. I just want to work out which one's your mum, Dal, so I can connect in with her properly. They both want to talk to you. I'm going to bring the small one through first, okay? Must be your mum's mum. Okay, was she quite a happy lady? I've sort of got her quite bouncy and her energy is quite good. And I do feel that she's sort of gone on to be a fair age in her 70s when she's passed away. Okay, so a lot of what she wants to pass through, she's actually quite proud of you, Dale. You know, against all odds, you keep getting up and dusting yourself off. And I know that I've done a reading for you recently face to face, but she's sort of wanting you to keep going, you know, that stride. You know how she had that very get up and get going? Yeah, I'm getting that this lady's very, very kind as well. So, all right. I'm She's giving me the sound of tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and it's very much about a time issue for you. So, and I feel like you've got to get onto things of growing now and not be sitting back wondering how things are for you. So it's like you've got to action things now. I know that we talked about your health, but this is about all things in your life. It's not just about your health. So it's sort of not dust yourself off. It's like you need the motivation, and she's trying to push you forward at the moment. And the motivation is very much around your kindness and to yourself and your well-being and getting out of the house, because I feel like you're a little bit gridlocked with being at home. So this is the older lady that's talking. Now this older lady shows me that she had some heart issues before she's passed as well. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat. Okay. So I do feel that this lady was sort of very, when I say very kind, but she was very ordered, like she was structured in everything that she did. Okay. And a lot of the support she's giving you is, you know, the contemplation, showing me, should I eat this or should I eat an apple? Should I do this or go for a walk? You know, it's sort of like you lean towards, sorry, but I've got to tell you this, you lean towards the lazier side, and it's like just getting yourself up and moving yourself forward. Like just choose one little thing to make a difference today, and then tomorrow try and make that same change, and then go on to make another one as well. So it's a little bit of motivation and self-help, and so motivation in the aspect of you're not alone. You know, you have these people that have passed away. I can also see a man there for you as well, and a bit of a dowdy dresser. Okay, he's an older man. He feels like a grandfather as well, and very straight-laced. He feels like not necessarily my way or the highway, but he had regimented ways about him. Okay, I do feel that he got very sick, and I'm getting a lot of pain in my stomach as well from this man. But he's sort of there. He's the sort of guy that would give you the boot, to move you forward as well. So I do feel that he is around you, but I don't feel he's as close to you as what your grandmother is. Okay, so it's coming from the darker, from the grey-haired lady. Can you identify who the dark-haired lady is, Dale? Thank you, Carol. Okay. I'm not sure if you know who your birth mother is, but I get this lady is like a fill-in for the birth mother. But I feel related to the fill-in, not directly, okay? And I'm sort of got her sort of standing on the sidelines wanting to I get the feeling she might be an auntie, Dal. And I feel it's on Dad's side, okay? So saying to me that she's watched you in tears a lot. And she's wanting just to give you support. She wants to let you know that she's there. And she's showing me like a heart-shaped cushion as well. I don't know if that means anything to you, but that is sort of almost like, I feel it's something that you need to go and grab and hug, okay? All right, she's a little bit slow. Let me see if I can find some more information. So this is the dark-haired lady. Okay. I feel it's the adopted one, Dal. I don't feel it's your biological. I'm getting that it's that definitely sort of removed from your biological line. And I feel very autocratic, has everything sort of organised and regimented as well. Okay. I do feel she's coming just to actually let you know that she's still around you. And she's showing me like before she passed that she's had some sort of unconsciousness as well before she's passed. And she's talking about pain in the upper teeth area as well. And she wants you to know, so this is, okay, so she's talking about your teeth in the upper area and wants to let you know that it's not hereditary. So if you've got some issues in and around your jaw, and it sort of feels like it's coming from that sinus area as well. And she wants to let you know it's not hereditary. So if you're having any issues there, to get it checked. Okay, can you relate to the man? He's sort of in the background. I think he's not one to want to really speak. I feel like there's a bit of issues with him. And what I mean by that is that he wasn't the best of human beings while he was here. And he's very much standing in the background. I feel like he's sort of, you know, a few miles away rather than in the room with me. Okay, Fifi, have you got any questions, Dal? Can I help you with anything else? No problems, Carol. Yeah. It feels like you've got congestion and blockage sort of in the sinus area that's impacting that part of your jaw, Dal. And it feels more in this area here rather than right up the back. So it feels like you've got some sinus issues down here. If you continue to have some problems, make sure that you go to the doctors and just get it checked, you know, have a scan or something. Okay, I feel like that that man for you, Fifi, is probably one of your grandfathers, because he does feel like he's standing in the background, okay? He feels like a grandfather, not a father figure. He's very sort of autocratic. Okay, not a problem. Yeah, there is a bit of a delay in the chat. I'm not sure why, Carol, but if there's anybody on, it looks like we've only got 2 today. So let's go over to Carol. Are you ready, Carol? Who would you like in, Dal? Okay. Jean Irvine, or Irvin, sorry. Okay, I've got a little lady here. You might need to clarify that this is her. She's not made of anything, like very quite frail before she's passed away, very headstrong sort of lady. I feel when I say headstrong, I would say that she can be my way or the highway at times, and then other times she would be relentless in her pursuit of what she wanted, and it was like nobody would get in the way of that. But I also feel a bit of a loner at late stage of life as well. Getting the feeling this is your mum, doll. And I get the feeling that her passing was it wasn't comfortable for her, but she went with it. I don't feel that she wanted to fight it. I'm getting that she was quite happy to go to the other side, and she is showing me meeting up with a man on the other side. I get that sometimes they didn't always see eye to eye, like they would butt heads, but I still feel there was enough love between them. There was an acceptance, she's saying to me. She wants to apologise to you for being so hard-headed. She's saying to me that you're a very kind soul, and she was like a very hard, like hard on you and hard mentally on you. And she's saying, but you still had loving acceptance, which was really lovely. She's saying that she wasn't the same and after she lost Dad. Like once Dad and her had gone through that separation, she wasn't the same. And, you know, quite cranky, you know, wanted to take it out on everybody. Pardon me, I feel she was quite miserable before she passed away in herself, and then let everybody else know as well. And she's showing me like she had a bit of pain down in her lower groin as well before she's passed away. Okay. And she's also showing me that she's quite disappointed in the way that things turned out for you after her passing. And what she's saying to me is that she's happy that things occurred, but it was the way it was dealt with after, okay? Sorry, I'm not reading the chat. Yeah, okay. Thank you. And she's saying that there'll be closure and reconciliation between the two of you. I know that there's a part of you that doesn't feel like you need that reconciliation, but you do. There is some healing that needs to happen between the two of you. And she also wants to let you know that your health is okay. And she's like, do what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. And she also wants to let you know that you're not to hang up your hat on meeting somebody. So and what I mean by that is that you're not to give up your endeavours for meeting somebody. So I also feel, so she's showing me another dog for you, and not that you'll have 3 dogs, but she's showing me another dog coming into your life, okay? I would say it's about 2 years away. I feel like it's somebody else's dog that you are wanting to take on to help out with, and you end up with it, okay? Okay. She wants to go back about talking about the man. Okay, so the man that comes to you is going to appear to be a little bit vague when he first comes into your life. You won't think anything of it. And then he starts messaging and having conversation. He starts to get to know you. I do feel he's been through a fair bit with relationships, like where women haven't been completely honest with him. And he's a bit like the doubting Thomas as well. But then I feel there's a really lovely friendship that you might think he's a little bit old for you, but as you get to know him, you'll realise he's a soulmate. I'm getting the sense that you're going to meet him by the end of this year or early next year, okay? So it's very much keep on keeping on from what Mum is showing. I'm assuming this is Mum. Sorry, Carol, I'm not sure. I feel that she's definitely let go of a lot of angst that she's had in this life. She's saying to me her childhood was very, very rigid and very, when I say rudimentary, I feel like she had a hard childhood when she was growing up. And that made her quite hard. She was very emotionless as well, is what she's showing me. Can see a man there for you as well. Would you like me to bring him through, Dal? I'll have to have a look. With Mum, with Mum, do you mean reconciliation? Yeah, when you pass away, Dal, there'll be reconciliation between you and her. You did hang up your hat. That's funny. Yeah. I think the best part about this is that you need to take your hat back off the hook and just allow the universe to work this one out. The guy, I can see the guy that's coming through. He's quite a softie and very helpful sort of guy, very good with his hands, so you'll love that. But I feel that he sort of is a little bit, I don't know, It's like he wants to feel his way and find out who you are, and he's a bit edgy about things as well, but I feel like a very good-hearted guy, okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see that with her. She'd had enough. Yeah, that's really good. I know that you've been through a bit with her hardness and crankiness, but she wants to sort of resolve that with you when you do pass away. Okay, that's good. You feel good since she's passed. Yeah. Yeah, she was annoyed with staying alive. And I really feel that once Dad passed away, she didn't really want to be here. She didn't want to be here on her own, but she sort of sucked it up feeling about her. And I know that the way things turned out after her passing was difficult, but she's like shaking her head in shame with um, the impact it's had on you. Okay, and she is showing me everyone's gone their own separate ways. Like I don't feel. I know there's three of you. I do know that about you, but um, yeah, it is, isn't it? You do forget the pain and feel a lot of love. But what she's showing me is like everyone literally has gone their own separate way. Okay, I don't feel like two of you are banded together either. She is saying that there will be reconciliation with your son um, while you're alive. He is going to realise once he has children what you've gone through. I don't think his road's going to be that pretty. He's going to be challenged, and this will be a turnaround for him as well. Okay. Showing me wedding bells as well for him. So he doesn't really want to get married, but I feel like when there's kids around, he's going to then get married. Okay. He's pretty he can be a bit of a control freak in the way that he orders everybody around, even his own partner, and I think that's where he's going to learn some lessons, okay? I do feel that she does pull him into line from what your mum is showing me. Separate ways, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I know you don't want to see him at the moment, but I feel like I wouldn't say he's going to come with his tail between his legs. I do feel that he will come just trying to make amends, not want to really talk about the past and trying to leave it where it is. Um, he's got a bit of arrogance about him, but I feel like he's carting a fair bit of hurt, and that hurt goes back to his own father and abandonment. So he's got to work through a bit of that, but he's going to realise where that comes from once he's had a child. I'm seeing a little boy for him first up as well, Dal. Mm. Yeah, well, I think his current partner that he has now, Dal, um, is not the same woman I'm seeing who he's going to end up with. So I feel that the woman that he does end up with calls him on his BS. So, and she does pull him into line. And I feel like he's with this one for now, but I don't see it long term. I'm getting 38. Yeah. Yeah, you will want to meet the grandson, Dal, the little boy. Who's got the blue eyes in the family? I can see this little boy's going to come with blue eyes. And he's a funny little boy. He's got a very funny personality. Like he's a happy little boy. And he's got brown hair. Okay, so, and he's quite bubbly. I can see his nature, and he'll want to be around you, definitely. And I don't know why, but I feel that your son's north of where you are, and he will move closer. So, I just get that this woman that's going to come in is going to sort of sweep him off his feet and he's going to want to change his life up. Yeah, very blue eyes these are. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, these are really blue eyes, doll. And I feel a really lovely little boy who's going to sort of walk in and he'd be, wanting all the attention and love, a very affectionate little boy. I see him sort of wanting to do things. The woman that's going to be around is going to really boot him into gear in the aspect of having a relationship with you and making him work on what he needs to heal. So she's going to call him on stuff. This one now goes along with it because she sort of wants the company of a man, but I don't feel she's a good woman, but I don't feel that she is his long-term partner. Okay. Yeah, I can see the really blue eyes like that as well, doll. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure who's got the green station wagon sort of looking car. It doesn't look like a four-wheel drive. It looks like a lower car. I'm being shown this. Like the older fashioned station wagons, like a Commodore or a Ford Falcon sort of station wagon. I'm being shown this, and I feel like this is a favourite car as well. I'm picking this up from the man, by the way, that's here. Okay. Okay, yeah, no worries, Star. Is there anything you'd like to ask, Star, while we're online? Yeah, I'm just picking up about work for you, Dal. One part of you wants to go to work, the other part doesn't, but you do need the mental stimulation. No, that's all right, Fiona. You can stay for a bit longer. Yeah, who owns the station wagon, Carol? It's like a sort of mint green colour, I can see. Yeah, no, you are going to go back. You need the mental stimulation, Dal. You need to work on a, even if it's just a part-time basis, you do need a bit of getting out of the house and, you know, talking to other people and you've got to get back into helping, basically. Feeling that validation, that's what you need to do. Well, the car, let me find out a little bit more about the car. Is this a car that I get the feeling this is your father I have here. I'm getting sort of a staunch but good-hearted man and fairly tall as well. Probably, tall for me is 5'10" or over. And I feel a little bit thin on the top and, a bit of grey around the side, but darker hair when he was younger. And a quieter man. Don't feel like he's in your face type of person. Yeah, your mum, if this is your dad, your mum would have definitely worn the pants. He's showing me the green station wagon. I'm getting that this was his fantasy sort of car, or the car that he absolutely loved. So this is like a memory he's asking you to recall. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. 6 foot. I would say he's over. Like he looks like a good head height above me, and I'm 5'2". And I feel quite a kind man, but very. He would internalize a lot. I wouldn't say that he's out there in your face, whereas I feel your mum is definitely. He wants to pass down that he loves you, Carol. Wants to tell you how proud of you, proud of you that he is. Okay, and it's like your ability to get up and keep going. Well, maybe watch out for the car that's around you, Dale, like this, because he's definitely been really pushy with the green car. So maybe this man that's coming into your life will own this car. But it's sort of like I get the feeling that it was the sort of car that your dad would like. Pardon me. So he's showing me that you've been through a fair bit in relationships, and that it's almost like you've got to find somebody that's like him, okay? Strong internally, very sort of, when I say staunch, he's like not a lot that would knock him over, and someone that's got a good, is headstrong but also heartstrong as well. And respectful is a really big thing for your dad, is being respectful. Is there anything you want to ask him, Dal? Will you win lotto? No. Okay. Well, it definitely feels like a male owns this car, I can tell you that now. Yeah, he is a good man. Hey, I agree. He's the best man. I feel he's very solid in who he is, not wavery, and not, he doesn't feel like he was an alcoholic or anything like that. He feels very much like he would follow through with everything that he promised. He wouldn't sort of waver in his identity or anything. It was what you see is what you got. But I also don't feel that he was the type that would badger anybody, or if you didn't do the right thing, he might, but he wouldn't sort of knock anybody. He would look at himself first. Yeah, about lotto. Don't waste your money, eh? It's always worth a try, though, I guess. All right. Any other questions, Dale? Looks like we've only got the two of you on tonight. Okay. She's saying briefly. She thanked him, she's saying, and thanked him for keeping an eye on you. Okay. All right, ladies, I will leave you with that. I hope that has given you some clarity about things. Thank you, Fiona. Yeah, I have thought that. I have looked at some of the times, Carol, of what's best to go on. I'm not sure of when most people are around. Is it evenings, or is it through the day? That's something I've got to work out yet. You're most welcome, Carol. Thank you, Fiona. And thank you for helping me iron out the cranks. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to say bye for now and have a good evening, and thank you for joining me on this live.